The Hate You Give is directed by George Tillman Jr. and it stars Amandla Stenberg, and it tells the story of Star, a young teenage girl who witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend Khalil at the hands of a police officer. From then on, she faces pressures from all sides of the society she is surrounded with, and she must find her own voice and the courage to stand up for what is right. This is a film I went to see without knowing what it was. Cineworld, the cinema I live near, has these unlimited secret screenings where you go into it and you have no idea what you're going to watch. I was expecting either Halloween or Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was hit in my stomach with a punch of hard reality. The Hate You Give is one of 2018's most powerful, important, fresh, and best films. This is a film filled with powerhouse performances, not only from Amandla Stenberg in the main role, who just kills it as this young woman who is traumatized by something she witnesses and by a life that has not been easy for her. But what this film does is give you a real nuance of what she is going through and of who she is, as well as her family. Russell Hornsby plays her father, and every time this dude speaks, I just want to sit back and listen. I want to learn, because everything that this guy has to say, every line of dialogue that is given to him in this very, very good script is just a life lesson that you can take with you out of this film and just preach onto others, and maybe we'll have a better world from then. Yes, this is a film about the Black Lives Matter movement, but it's about so much more. It's a film that its message is not one of hate, but of hope and faith, and how one can even survive amidst also struggling situations. What the film does show you is that things are not easy for anybody. It's that we live in a complicated world, but because we ourselves are complicated and we made what should be simple very difficult and very messy to deal with. The film does show you what is wrong and what is right, but it shows you the nuances within that, and I like that. I like that this story is not all black and white. It's very gray as well as the characters. These are all characters that do and say stupid shit throughout, but then they learn, then they realize what they did, what they said to this one person in this particular moment that might not have been the right thing to say. But these characters learn. They are real people with real flaws and real lessons to learn. The film shows you the escalation of situations and not just the beginning and the end of something, and you're just left to wonder, oh, what happened in the midst there? Usually nothing matters in most movies when it comes to that, but this film just lets you linger on that, and you see really, truly awful situations that will just haunt you after you see this film. There's this moment where people are heading for a riot and you just see a little kid in the front row and the camera just lingers. It doesn't say anything about it. It doesn't have anyone looking at the kid within the characters of the film, but you, the audience, are left to face that and to question yourself whether that is right or wrong. Several times throughout this film, I was shivering in my seat. I was near a breakdown because this film just hits you so well, so organically. Everything just flows. It flows like real life flows. And this film feels like real life. It doesn't feel like it's fabricated in any sense. I do have to mention minor flaws that I felt throughout this film. There are these two characters played by Sabrina Carpenter and Archie from Riverdale. I don't know the kid's name. And they basically are the two characters that are not nuanced in this film. One is the token perfect good white guy, and the other is the very not good white girl. And I just felt that these characters were there to be of service for the film, but not great characters themselves. Also, the film has this on and off narration from Amandla Stenberg, which at points felt like the film used it to tell us something instead of showing us. Because this film already runs at 2 hours and 12 minutes, that's maybe a little bit too long, but nothing that took me out of the story apart from when clearly the narration was used to hurry things up. Tillman serves us with a very important and very freshly delivered message. Again, not one of hate, but one of hope. Faith, that even if sharing these stories cannot magically fix what is already broken, and we are very broken as a society, it still matters that we tell these stories. The Hate You Give is a film that will leave you thinking about it, is a film that will haunt you, is a film that will stick with you throughout the rest of 2018 and years to come. It's not an easy watch, but it is a must watch. And I am going to give The Hate You Give an A-. Now guys, have you seen The Hate You Give and have you read the book? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching another review. I can't wait to bring you tomorrow my review for Bad Times at the El Royale and so many others to come. Thank you once again for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this film again and continue to watch for my Harry Potter series. Prisoner of Azkaban is coming very soon. I hope to see you there, and so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't so yet, click the subscribe button, click the bell so we can be geeky united!